Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I hope your day and your week have been going very well so far. This is Clash of the Titans, the video series here at Guy Boston Sports, where I go through each and every single ranked-on-ranked matchup throughout the entire college football season, giving you guys deeper analysis, deeper insight, but more importantly, more picks for each and every single one of these big-time college football showdowns. In today's video, we are breaking down number 8 ranked Alabama, going on the road taking on number 14 ranked Missouri, and an SEC showdown that promises to be very exciting. And as always, guys, I've got some really great picks to go ahead and share with you. But first, as always, people, please make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. It helps the channel grow, and it really does mean a ton to us. All right, guys, with a new day and a new week of college football comes some new opportunities to go ahead and make some money. This is the second of 3, had to think for a second there, second of 3 Clash of the Titans videos dropping this week. The first one, Ohio State, Illinois, is already out on the channel. You can go ahead and check that out, as well as our full Week 7 college football pick slate video is already out by now as well by the time this video releases. And then we have one more Clash of the Titans video dropping either later tonight or early tomorrow morning. We have the Indiana-Oregon video coming out, so make sure to tune in for that. In today's video, like I said, Alabama, Missouri, big-time SEC showdown, a lot of fun, and pretty big implications for like the SEC championship, the college football playoff. If Missouri wins this game, obviously it kind of takes their season to a whole new level. If Alabama wins, it only strengthens their resume. So really excited to go ahead and talk this one over with you guys. Make sure to comment down below who you think is winning this big time SEC showdown between Bama and Missouri. All right, guys, enough blabbering. Let's go ahead and talk about this game. I have 3 picks to share with you guys. In this video, we have a spread pick, a team total over pick, and a 2-leg player prop parlay to give you guys in this video. Our first pick being the spread pick here, and I gotta be honest, I know I've seen a lot of people, sharp bettors, public bettors, everybody seems to be back on, or backing, I should say, Missouri in this spot at home. The spread is 3.5 points, but I'm taking Alabama here on the spread with a little twist here. I'm taking them minus 2.5. Now, again, the actual spread is 3.5. I'm essentially shaving a point off the spread, bringing it down to 2.5, making it a little better for me in this spot. And the odds are still pretty good. I'm grabbing it for minus 128 over on FanDuel. As always, guys, make sure to go ahead and shop around for the best sportsbook odds available to you. Look, I understand why people are backing Missouri in this spot. First of all, they're undefeated 5-0. They're at home, all right? A lot of big advantages here. They're coming off a bye week. The last time they played, they crushed UMass, also at home. You look at the schedule here for Missouri. They have literally in 2025 only played home games. This is their 6th consecutive game at home. So they haven't traveled yet this year. They've just been home. They're coming off a bye week. You got an Alabama team that has been very good and won a lot of big games the last few weeks, but this is their 3rd consecutive matchup against a ranked SEC opponent, and 2 of those 3, this being the second of the 3, are on the road. So they went to Athens, we'll look at Alabama here, to Athens, Georgia, then they came home to play Vanderbilt, and now going back on the road to take on Missouri. And the schedule doesn't really lighten up from here. Alabama has plenty of tough games still to come on their schedule. So I understand the thought process of Missouri could go ahead and win this one, or at least keep it close with a Bama team that might be a little bit tired after a couple of physical battles with Georgia and Vanderbilt, and knowing there's still more difficult challenges to come. Missouri, from a statistical standpoint, they rank pretty well this year. So I understand all that. I get it why 99% of the money in this game is all on Missouri plus 3.5. I get it. But again, first and foremost, we're shaving a point off. So we're not 2 or 3.5. We're getting at 2.5. I think the 3.5 being the key number for the spread bet, because obviously I think a lot of people are thinking Missouri keeps this game within a field goal. Totally understandable. That's why we're taking Alabama minus 2.5, which, by the way, they've covered in every game this year except for obviously their week 1 loss to Florida State. Now, I've done a lot to basically glaze Missouri here and give you guys the reasoning as to why people love them, and I can give you more. I mean, defensively, they rank really well, top 15 scoring defense, the best defense in college football statistically in terms of yards per game against the run. A lot of great metrics here for Missouri. And then on the flip side here, Missouri's offense, top 10 scoring offense, the 3rd best rushing offense in college football. Obviously a problem for Alabama, who ranks 87th right now in rushing yards allowed per game. A lot of great numbers here for Missouri on both sides of the football. 2 things, though, and 2 reasons why I love Alabama in this spot. First and foremost is the strength of schedule. This is honestly the most important thing. Missouri's numbers look great. They are. Great offensively, great defensively. They've got all the things off the bye week, at home, blah, 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 blah. They rank tied tied 118th in college football in terms of strength of schedule. They haven't played anybody. Let's go through their games. UMass. Come on. UMass. I live in Connecticut, okay? I know they're not too far away from me. I know what they're capable of, okay? The two toughest games they played are Kansas and South Carolina, both non-ranked teams. And although I don't think those are unimpressive wins, Alabama has now beaten in 2 consecutive games Georgia and Vanderbilt, both ranked SEC opponents, and they lost to Florida State. But by the way, that's also a ranked game. They played 3 ranked teams this season. Missouri, big fat 0. This Alabama team has been tested. They've now proven we can win the big games, whether it be on the road in Athens, Georgia, or at home in Tuscaloosa. They can win on the road. They can win at home. I know Kalen DeBoer, his record on the road, especially against ranked teams, have not been great so far since taking over from Nick Saban. But I'm telling you guys, I love Bama in this spot. I think Missouri, they've been comfortable at home, come off the bye. They haven't been tested by a team quite like this. I think their numbers are a bit skewed because of the matchups they've had. Look at even the strength of victory. Look, like we see strength of schedule. By the way, Bama tied 17th in college football for toughest schedule. Go to the strength of victory numbers. Bama tied for third, the third best strength of victory mark in college football. Missouri tied 68th. The South Carolina and Kansas wins, those are the ones that count. And again, those aren't anywhere near as impressive as what Alabama has accomplished on their resume. This team's battle tested. The point that they're tired, I get that point, but you could also make the flip side argument, which is the momentum. They've just beaten 2 ranked teams in their conference back to back. They're feeling good. They're feeling powerful. They're feeling recharged after these wins. They feel good. Their resume has been bulked up after that Florida State game that a lot of people thought would derail their season. They've come back and have really built themselves a strong name. Top 10 in the country once again. Now they have a chance to continue to build that resume with a big win over another ranked SEC team here in Missouri. They have not played an offense like Alabama's. Ty Simpson, to me, has been in the conversation with like the likes of John Mateer as the best quarterback in college football this year. He's been so damn good. I have legitimate doubts that Missouri defensively can slow him down here, and I get it. They have a very strong run defense. Alabama doesn't really run the ball much anyways. They do have a top 10 pass defense, but again, I want to see how that looks against Ty Simpson in this Alabama passing attack, which is top 5 in the nation. And again, top 5 against teams like Vanderbilt, Georgia, Florida State, Wisconsin. I know Wisconsin's not a great team, but still. The biggest area of concern for me is the fact that Missouri is a very good run team. Alabama's run defense has been very susceptible. I think that's the biggest weakness for me, but ultimately, guys, I like Alabama a lot in this spot. I just don't think Missouri has been tested in a spot like this. Bama, they're going to be ready to roll on the road here against the Tigers. And sort of piggybacking off of that pick, my second pick in this video, like I mentioned, was a team total over. I'm going Bama team total over here, 26.5 points. I'm grabbing that from -130 over on DraftKings. They've cashed it in 3 of 5 games this year, looking pretty good. A couple, like a narrow miss there versus Georgia. They had 24 points in that game. But pretty good numbers against pretty good teams. 30 points against the Vanderbilt defense that, by the way, also ranked very high in the nation. Vanderbilt, kind of a similar case to Missouri, where very good numbers, very good record, but they didn't really play anybody. And then they played Bama. It's like, oh shit, Bama's on a different level. I think Missouri's going to have the same realization that Vanderbilt had last week. And there's good history backing up this team total over. Last year, Bama cashed this at a 77% hit rate. I think their offense, honestly, is better this year than it was last year. They're averaging 36.4 points per game this year. That is, on the higher marks of college football, tied 31st in the nation in points per game. Last year, I failed to mention that these teams played literally last year. Bama, which, again, I think this year's Bama team, not by a lot, but I think they are better than last year, a little bit more proven than last year's Bama squad. They crushed Missouri 34-0 in that game. I don't think it's going to be the same outcome, but I think Bama scoring 27 points and, again, winning this game by 3 is not out of the realm of possibility. I get it. We're on the road. That was in Tuscaloosa. Different circumstances, entirely different teams. But I do think Bama is in a really good spot here. I have question marks with this Missouri defense. I just don't know about them. And if you look down below here, what other teams have done, look at in 4 of the games, Kansas, South Carolina, ULL, they all cashed their team total overs. Now, granted, the only one that's kind of comparable in terms of the range of points scored is the Kansas game. Kansas had 31 points against Missouri. Obviously, we need Bama to score 27 here. Like ULL, their line was 9.5. Them scoring 10 points isn't all that impressive, but Carolina went above expectations. Kansas blew through their expectation. So I think that you're going to see a pretty good spot here for Bama. I think they can definitely do it. I just don't think this Missouri defense is as good as the numbers suggest. I think they're inflated due to the fact that they played cupcake teams. By the way, guys, before I share my 2-pick player prop parlay to end the video, I want to talk to you guys about the sponsor of today's video, Outlier. Outlier is the best sports betting tool on the market. Everything you've seen in this video from a numbers perspective, from a stats perspective, it is all brought to you by Outlier. We do offer a link down below in the description that gives you guys a 7-day free trial to go ahead and check it out for yourself. It truly is the best sports betting tool. I'm only giving you guys a little bit of what Outlier provides because I'm telling you, there's so much more to it. There's so much more depth when it comes to player props, spreads, totals, money lines, first half spreads, first quarter spread, anything you want, Outlier really has it. And the only way to go ahead and check it out is to check it out for yourself. So like I said, link down below in the description, 7-day free trial. Special thank you to Outlier for sponsoring not just today's video, but a lot of our videos and most of our videos, honestly, here on the channel. I use it for every single video I do here. So I've been using it for years now. It's great. It's made me a smarter sports bettor and ultimately a better sports bettor. And I think it will be that for you as well. So go ahead and check that out down below in the description, 7-day free trial to check it out for yourself. And last but not least, we have a 2-leg player prop parlay. We'll jump over the DraftKings screen, which by the way, we're using DraftKings for this parlay. 2-leg parlay, we're going Ahmad Hardy of the Missouri Tigers anytime touchdown, parlaying that with Ahmad Hardy over 79.5 rushing yards or 80 plus rushing yards, however you want to state that. It's a 2-leg parlay plus 112 odds over on DraftKings. Ahmad Hardy has literally scored a touchdown in every single game this season. He's had 2 multi-touchdown games. He had 3 versus UMass, 3 versus ULL, the Raging Cajuns. So pretty good numbers across the board. That's what, 9 touchdowns total this year for Ahmad Hardy. He's averaging 1.8 per game. Even his last 10 games dating back to last year, he scored a touchdown back when he was with ULM. He scored a touchdown in each of his last 10 games dating back to last year. Overall last year, 83% hit rate. So he's a touchdown scoring machine. We already talked about it. Bama, their rushing defense leaves something to be desired, 87th in the nation, giving up 155 rushing yards per game. Now, in terms of touchdowns, they give up 2.2 touchdowns per game, so not great. But if we do go down below here to some matchups, previous running backs, Cedric Alexander, the running back from Vanderbilt, had 2 touchdowns last week. Josh McCray, the running back from Georgia, he had a touchdown. Another running back from Georgia, Chauncey Bowens, he had a touchdown versus Alabama. So pretty good numbers there for the most part. We also have the insights provided by Outlier. Again, kind of reiterating that he's hit this touchdown prop in 10 straight home games. That, of course, includes his time at Missouri and his time last year at Louisiana Monroe. And the second leg was his rushing yards prop over 79.5. This is, of course, an alternate line. He's cashed in all 5 games this year, averaging 146 rushing yards per game. You honestly could go a little bit higher on this. I'm just playing a little more conservative. The numbers are great. I mean, he's had at least 100 rushing yards in all 5 games. We only need him to get 80 to cash this one. Even last 10 games going back to last year, 90% hit rate. Very good numbers across the board here for him. And then looking down below, obviously dominating the run share, 42.2% run share. In the red zone, by the way, I forgot to mention this. 23 red zone rush attempts, 43.4% run share in the red zone. So really good numbers across the board. And then again, those matchup stats, Cedric Alexander, the running back for Vanderbilt, he had 76 rushing yards last week against Bama. The week before, Chauncey Bowens had 119 rushing yards. So you've seen some running backs have some success against this Bama defense. I don't see why he wouldn't either, being one of the better running backs in college football right now. And again, Alabama's defense right now, 87th in the nation in rushing yards allowed to opposing teams. So really good marks across the board. You also do have the insight provided by Outlier. He's cashed 100 rushing yards in 8 straight games. So again, we only need him to get 80. He's gotten at least 100 in 8 straight games. So I think it's a pretty good spot. 2-leg parlay plus 112 odds. Guys, that is it for me today. Thank you very much, as always, for watching. One more time, please make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. Again, make sure to check out our Ohio State and Illinois video already out on the channel. Our Week 7 college football picks video also already out on the channel. And then tune in for our Indiana-Oregon video, which will come out either later tonight or early tomorrow morning. Until then, guys, hope you're all winners. Enjoy your weekend. Let's go ahead and make some money, baby. Let's go.